Finding Me is a beautiful story by Funke Akindele. It follows the journey of Atinuke, a lady from a typical Yoruba cultural home who excelled in her father's business. She was doing pretty well for herself and she was the pride of her parent. She was married to Kolawole Phillips, a man she loved, respected, and adored. Kolawole was her king. She worshipped the ground he stepped on, but Kolawole would always find a way to make this lady feel less of herself, always body shaming her, constantly body shaming her, making her feel inferior, making her feel unwanted. But that didn't make Tinuke love her husband less. Tinuke was everly ready to do anything to make her husband happy. She supported his business when his business was crushing down because she was doing way better than her husband. But Kola never acknowledged his wife until Tinuke found a reason to love herself and be a better person when Anthony came into her life and changed everything. This story is a story of love, self-discovery, and betrayal. So this is a summary of the movie Finding Me. Now let's talk cast. Funke Akindele played the character Atinuke. Atinuke is a lady from a very deep-rooted Yoruba cultural home, as seen in her appearance, from her hairs to her dressing. She was a very ambitious lady, a very successful lady, the pride of her family. Yeah, she was married to this man that didn't love her. The man literally was there because of her money. Atinuke was wealthy and she was willing to spend on her husband because of the love she had for her husband. But then again, this love wasn't reciprocated. Atinuke was literally living in denial. She knew that her husband did not love her, but she wanted to believe that he loved her because they were married. And most of the time she sees her husband smiling is when she assists her husband with a very huge sum of money, and the man is just trying to make her feel good and appreciate her for that very time. Just that very time. I think I did a lot that literally made me angry. Like, why would you take such amount of money from your father's company to help your husband? Like, I literally love the way Atinuke's father punished Atinuke. Like, she literally had to pay that debt. So the character Atinuke was exuded with beauty. Atinuke, in the days of her husband Kolawole and the days when Anthony, her lover guy, came into her life, was well established. I love how Funke Akindele was able to breathe life into her character. I love the energy she brought into her character. I love the originality she brought into her character. She was believable, she was enjoyable, she was interesting to watch in the film, and she really killed her character as Atinuke. Joseph Benjamin plays the character Kolawole, Atinuke's so-called husband, who made Atinuke believe that he actually loved her, whereas he was there for his own selfish interests. The most annoying part of this guy was that he wasn't only a body shamer, he was a cheat and a failure. Because tell me why Atinuke will give you such amount of money for your business and you're still unable to make sales unless she connects you with buyers. Like, tell me how else I would classify Kolawole being a lazy guy and an overly dependent guy, if not a failure. He was doing too much and yet he couldn't acknowledge his wife. Like, he couldn't even acknowledge her in public. Always body shaming her, making her feel bad, making her feel unwanted, making her beg for closure. Joseph Benjamin was actually amazing in his character. I enjoyed him in the film. We have the character Anthony, played by Iwara. This is the lover boy in the film. As a matter of fact, guys, he was fantastic in this movie. Guys, see, when a man loves a woman, this man would go any length to get this lady. This man would be willing to do anything. He would keep on pushing. He would be consistent, in his pushing just to get this lady. And when a real man comes into your life, you would see the difference because he would change you to his perfect woman. He would make you the envy of every woman. And that was just what Anthony did in Atinuke's life. So this guy, Anthony, before he met Atinuke, he had just gotten out from a very bad relationship that messed with his brain. You know that moment where you think this particular person is your all in all, not knowing that you have just been scammed by your lover. So that was how he felt. Like this guy was scammed from the relationship he invested so much emotion and money in before he met Atineke, and everything just became beautiful for him. So Efa Iwara was really fantastic in his character. He was a lover guy in this film and was able to bring that, romanticness and that lover into the movie. It was so beautiful. If you're talking about one of the sexiest actors that can really give that, lover boy attitude, well, you call Efa Iwara. He was super amazing. He was sweet to watch. He was intentional in his character. His scene with Atinuke was literally like the highlight for me. Like, man, it was so beautiful. Yes. So we have another character, Ndidi, played by Omowumi Dada. This one was the heartbreaker, the scammer for love. Like, she really did well in her character, playing the girlfriend of Anthony. She did a lot. Like, in fact, her entire family, were scammers. From her mother to her sister to her brother, they were all scammers. And I love that I saw that ruggedity, that craziness in Omomi. She was good. She was amazing in her character. Yes. We have another character, Tenuke's friend, played by Omani Oboli. Guys, Omani was slaying. Like, Mama really was slaying. She was looking so cute, so beautiful, and I love her character, okay? I love her friendship with Atunuke. She's that one friend that every friend should have. A friend who is supportive, a friend who has your back, a friend who is loving, a friend who is willing to go all out for you. Yes. Omani Oboli was fantastic in her character, and I loved how she delivered. Yes. We also have the character Dotu, played by Femi Adebayo. Dotu was a very hilarious character in this movie that ticked the box for me. Yeah. He was the elder brother to Atinuke, and guys, from the way this guy spoke, his appearance, you would tell that yes, this is really the Ajayi. This is the Ajayi, the Ajayi's blood. Yeah. So he was fantastic. I loved how natural his acting was. I loved how real he was. Watching this man, I enjoyed him. Like, I literally wished we had to see him more in the film because he brought the humor to the movie. Yes. We have another character, Anthony Sees, played by Dakora. Yeah, this one is that sister that when you have her, forget you get person. When you have this kind of sister, you get backings because she's always solidly behind you, ready to fight your battle. Who are you? When I have a sister like Dakora, like guys, she was amazing in her character. She did pretty well in the film. Yeah. We have Tinuke's parents, Dele Oduke, Shafi Bello. The typical Yoruba parents, in the way they spoke, the way they dressed, you will tell that these people are actually deeply rooted in Yoruba culture. Yeah. So it was beautiful watching them. All the cast in this movie were really, really amazing. They came in with their A game and they all delivered. What I love about this movie is the suspense the movie brought. Yeah, there was tension in this movie that would literally put you at the edge of your seat. Like, what would happen? What would happen? We saw that in the movie, especially at the end of the movie. I love that this movie was pretty unpredictable. I love that detailed attention was paid to this movie. I love the cinematography of this movie. Like, it was amazing. Yeah, it was really amazing. The color grading. I love the close-up shot, the camera angles, beautiful. I love the costume as well. Like, I love the costume. The costumer really did a thing in this film. The directing as well was amazing. The makeup, beautiful. The editing, fantastic. This movie actually came in correct for me. I loved it, yeah. For me, I'm going to rate this movie a 10 over 10 because I love the message the movie sent. Loving yourself, appreciating yourself, and trying to be the best version of yourself. Beautifully acted by this amazing cast. So guys, if you are yet to see Finding Me showing on Prime Video, you definitely have to see it.